Namaste. Today we're going to do a 30-minute abbreviated practice around the Ashtanga Primary Series. So mostly the standing postures, and we're going to try to get it in about half an hour. So we'll get your practice in and get you on your way. Come to the top of your mat, please. Welcome yourself to your mat by taking a big, slow, deep breath in. Exhaling, ground your feet. Eyes are closed if they're not already. And then find your foundation. Feel the lift and the lengthening through your spine. And this practice is meant to be a moving meditation. Also a breathing exercise. Pranayama, so following the breath. We'll begin with Om. Take a slow breath in. Release your hands, exhale. Gently open your eyes, look up at the thumbs, sweep up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees if you need to. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, step back on your first one, eyes forward, face is easy, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, gaze at the tip of the nose, and downward dog for 5. 1. First down dog, I like to bend the knees pretty generously. 2. Get the sitting bones high and just let the breath move into the body. 3, gaze is either in between the feet or up towards navel center. 4, 5, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale and bow, exhale. Root down, rise up, big sweet breath in and fold, exhale. Find the breath, follow it, lengthen, inhale. Chaturanga, step or float back. Up dog or cobra, really press the top of the feet down and gaze at the tip of the nose. Downward facing dog, exhale for 5. 1, 2, float the armpits forward and melt the heart towards your shins. 3, bottom ribs knit down. 4, and together. 5, step or float, inhale. Ground your feet. Feet are very intentional. Lean forward so the hips are over the ankles and fold, exhale. Pelvic floor lifts, low belly back and up. Root down, rise to stand. Inhale and fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, plant the hands, step or float. Up dog or cobra, inhale. And downward dog, exhale. Just 3 breaths this time. 1, 2, steady eyes. 3, step or float, inhale. Fold, exhale. Root down, rise up, inhale. And hands to heart, exhale. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, inhale. And fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, you can step or float, keep exhaling the whole time. Up dog or cobra. And downward dog. Keep exhaling. Right foot forward, back foot grounds about 45 degrees. Reach up, warrior 1, square the hips. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog or cobra. And downward dog. Exhale. Keep breathing out. Left foot, warrior 1, square the hips. Inhale. Chaturanga, eyes forward, easy pace. Up dog or cobra. And downward dog. Exhale for 5. 1, 2. Feel the breath. 3. Feel the warmth in the body and welcome it. 4. And 5. Step or float. Inhale. Exhale to bow. Bend your knees. Utkatasana. Rip the mat apart with the feet side to side and fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog or cobra. And downward dog. Exhale. Keep exhaling. Right foot forward. Bend the knee. Square the hips. Warrior one again. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog. Exhale. Right foot grounds. Left foot forward. Inhale. And exhale. Up dog or cobra. And downward dog. Just 3 breaths. 1. Fingertips heavy. 2. Thighs back. Armpits forward. 3. Step or float. Inhale. And exhale to bow. Bend your knees. Utkatasana. And stand. Samastitihi. I'll turn and face you. Hop your feet outer hip distance apart. Elbows back, heart high. Big inhale and fold. You'll take your peace fingers, like you're saying peace, and grab the inside of your big toes. Bend your knees, widen your feet enough to make that happen, and pull yourself together. 1. I always say here in this pose that think of lifting the sitting bones, not straightening the knees. 3. 4. Widen the shoulders. 5. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Hands to hips, elbows to the sky. Root down to rise up. Come to the top of the mat. We'll step the left foot back for triangle pose. Left foot is sideways. We have heel to arch alignment. And then turn your right kneecap forward. Inhale, stretch through the arms and hinge. Exhale, shin, ankle, block or floor, and lean back. 1. And my neck's a little tight today, so instead of cranking it all the way up, I'm going to look kind of at the place where the ceiling and the wall meet. 3, but you're welcome to look down or forward. 4, or up at your left thumb. 5. Root down, inhale, rise. Turn to the back of the mat there, and exhale, over you go on the out breath. 1, 2, 3. Find your bandhas, lift the pelvic floor. 4, lean the head and the back of the heart back ever so slightly. 5, root down on the exhale. Inhale, rise, turn the feet. Come a little bit closer with the stance, front to back. Turn the back foot in a lot and square the hips. Left arm goes up, big inhale, flatten the spine, exhale. Hand inside, on top, or outside. Rotate the shoulders, not the pelvis. Turn the head if it's appropriate. Maybe the arm goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find a drishti, a gaze. 5. Root down, rise up, inhale. Turn to the back of the room, exhale, fold. Inside, on top, or outside. And remember, a block is handy. Inhale here, lengthen, and exhale, rotate. I like to place my hand on my sacrum sometimes just to check that it's level, but hand to hip or hand to the sky is lovely too. 1 more breath. Inhale, spine pulls away from the pelvis. Exhale, rotate. Root down, rise up, inhale. And then let's lengthen the stance right to left. Like warrior two. Bend the right knee. Reach the arms wide. Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Forearm to thigh or hand to block or floor. This is a big side body stretch, but not so big that you can't breathe. Spin the heart and the belly up to the sky. Traditionally, we gaze at the left palm, but that's only if it's appropriate. 5 breaths here. This is 4 and 5. Push down strongly, rise up. Inhale, turn to the back of the room. And exhale, bend the left knee, forearm to thigh, right arm overhead, spin the belly. Maybe the hand comes to the floor. 1, 2, 3. Find muscle energy in your legs. So skin to muscle, and muscles hug the bones, not squeezing them with a death grip. 5. Root down, rise up. Just enough effort, but also enough ease. Turn to the front of the room and lower your back knee. Take your left arm to the sky and twist. Left elbow outside the right knee. Stay here and twist. This is a lovely place to stay. Maybe lift the back knee. Maybe ground the back foot. 1, 2. This is revolve side angle or Parvrita Parsva Konasana. Good, one more breath. Root down, undo, inhale, cartwheel the hands to the back of the room and lower the knee. Right arm reaches, this whole right side body pulls up and then twist, elbow outside the knee. Stay here, lift the knee or ground the foot. Lots of choices. 1. So as we breathe here, just remember the practice is not meant to meet someone else on the mat. The practice is to meet you right where you are, finding effort and ease so that there's balanced action. Root down, inhale, rise up, turn sideways on your mat. Look at your feet and make the feet parallel to each other. Hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Hands to floor or blocks. Bend the elbows. Head is heavy. 1, 2, 3. Gently hug the heels towards each other without moving them anywhere. 4, 5. Walk the hands forward, come onto fingertips and lengthen. This time, hands to hips, tone the belly, elbows to the sky, and fold for 3. 1. I like to pretend I'm holding a beach ball between my elbows and I'm squeezing it. 2, 3. Interlace the fingers behind the pelvis. Either keep them on the pelvis or roll the shoulders a little more. Maybe the hands come overhead. You should be able to breathe easily. If not, the hands relax back to the sacrum. 2, 3. Release the hands, lengthen, inhale. And this time you'll either grab the outside of the ankles and pull yourself down the best you can, or take your peace fingers again and grab the inside of your big toes. Elbows wide, head drops, sitting bones high. 1, and the shoulders are meant to be wide here. We're not, squishing our shoulders to our ears to get down. We're using the belly and the pelvic floor here to take us in deeper if it's appropriate. Undo the toes, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, ground to the feet. Hands to hips. Rise up, inhale. Turn your right foot to the front of the mat. Step in quite a bit and square the pelvis. So your feet are straddling the center of your mat. So the right foot is a little to the right side, left foot to the left side. I'm going to turn around to show you the arm variation. You're either going to touch fists together, right? Or you're going to grab opposite elbows, or you'll walk the fingertips up the back, coming into reverse namaste. The shoulders should be able to pull back, and you should be able to breathe. If not, it's too much. Ground the back foot, pull the bottom ribs in, inhale, strengthen the legs, lift your kneecaps, no hyperextending, fold forward and square the pelvis. Right hip back, look at your second toe or forehead to shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Root down, rise up, keep the hands, pivot the feet, and as you exhale, bow forward again. Left hip back, push into the top of each heel. 1. Gaze at your second toe or forehead to shin. 2. Keep squaring the pelvis. 3, 4. And the tendency is to let the legs go to sleep here. 5, keep lifting the kneecaps up, pushing the heels down. Rise up, inhale, undo the arms. And exhale, step to the top of the mat. And ground the feet. From here, we're going to stand on our left foot for a couple balancing postures. I'm going to turn you towards you. Left foot grounds. Right hand comes to right shin. Or peace fingers around the big toe. Stay here. This is lovely. If you have the mobility to start reaching the heel forward or straightening the leg, that's fine as well. Drishti. 1. Steady eyes no matter what's happening. 2. Right armpit back. 3. 4. 5. Take the right heel out to the right. Maybe gaze to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg back to center. Bow over the leg. Scoop the belly out. Lift the pelvic floor up. Unfold the spine. Lifting. And then let go of the toe. 1. The foot might just barely be off the ground. Straighten the knee. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Shake it out. All right, stand on the right foot. I always say that one never really gets easier, so we just learn to accept the fact that it's always going to be a challenge, and we can either get real grumpy about it, or we can settle in and find ease amongst the effort. So, left hand to left shin, maybe peace fingers to big toe, maybe heel reaches out. We want to make sure the hip flexor is supported, so don't just let the leg dangle here. Hold on to something. 1, and steady the eyes. 2, 3, ears over shoulders. 4, even if that makes you unsteady. 5. Take the heel out or the knee out. Gaze to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to center. Scoop out the belly, pick the pelvic floor up, bow forward, and lift the spine. Lift the heel. 1, even inside of the bobbling. 2, 3, smiling is the advanced version of this pose. 4, 5. Shake it off. Stand on your left foot. Take your right ankle on top of left knee or come into half lotus. My body's not super thrilled with half lotus right now, but if you have that, feel free to come into it. We have to teach ourselves to meet ourselves where we are. Inhale, inner thighs back, fold at the hip crease. That might mean you're here. Flex the right foot, maybe hands to blocks, maybe hands to floor. Maybe you fold a little deeper. 1, 2, relax your neck and shoulder. 3, breathe into your outer right hip. 4, 5. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Ground down through the standing foot, lift the pelvic floor, exhale. Hands to hips, elbows to sky. Rise up and change sides. Stand on the right foot, left knee out, flex the left foot, dial the thighs back, inhale, and exhale, bow. 1, 2, work this left foot. When you flex through the foot and push through the 4 corners of the foot, it stabilizes and locks the ankle, so the knee has a little bit more support and is less likely to misalign here. 5, exhale all of it out. Inhale, lengthen. Stay here on the exhale, stabilize internally. Hands to hips, elbows to sky, rise up. Inhale and exhale, release. Come to the top of the mat and we'll take Utkatasana for 5 breaths. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Bend the knees. It's like you're ripping the floor apart. Drop the tailbone, reach the arms high. 1, 2, shoulders down. 3, knit the bottom ribs together. 4, 5, lower the hands. You can either step back. I like to do a little donkey kick. Hop the heels up and back, chaturanga. And then up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior 1 for 5 breaths. Square the hips. Arms are straight, eyes are up if that's okay. Maybe the palms come together. 1, 2, square the hips. Relax the shoulders. 3, 4, 5. Straighten the leg. If the eyes are up, try to keep the arms up. Spin to the back of the room and left side warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior 2. Heel to arch. So front heel to back arch. Bend the left knee. Inhale, 1. Look at your middle center fingernail there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the left knee. Bend the right knee. Heel to arch alignment. 1. Top of the left thigh back. Widen the right knee. So there's this diagonal energy. 3, 4, 5. Cartwheel the hands down. Lift the back heel. Step back. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And downward dog. Hop your feet behind your hands. Cross at the ankles. Take a seat. Well, heels come underneath your bum, and then we're going to walk the hands, or you can put your hands on blocks back here. Press down, pop the feet out, and lower. Take an inhale. Fold at the hip crease. Bow forward. Maybe you grab the feet. Maybe not. Maybe you stay upright. 3 breaths. 1. This is Paschimottanasana. 2, and we're folding at the hip crease, not the diaphragm. 3. Inhale, rise up, reach the hands behind you, bend the knees, roll the shoulders back, present the heart up, and lift the pelvis. 1, 2, 3. Either stay here or for the last 2, straighten both legs. 4, 5. Lower down, cross your ankles, lift it up, and set it down. Lower onto your back. Stretch your right leg up to the sky. Grab thigh, calf, or peace fingers to big toe. Left hand to the left thigh. Left leg is strong. Inhale and lift. Forehead to shin. Exhale. 1. Relax the right shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Open the leg out to the right. Take your gaze to the left. 1, 2, 3. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Rise one more time. Lower down. Inhale. And exhale. Foot to the floor. Lift the left leg. Inhale. Same procedure. Exhale. Forehead to shin. Right hand to thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, out to the left. Take your gaze to the right. 1, 2. Totally okay if you need to bend the knee. 3. Meeting yourself where you are. Just enough effort and ease. 4. And 5. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Forehead to shin. Lower down. Inhale. Bend your knees. Feet are hip distance apart. Exhale. Your choice. Bridge or wheel. Arms by the side. Shoulders on the back. Lift the pelvis. Inhale. Stay here, or hands come underneath the shoulders. Draw the armpits back. Come onto the head and then lift up. Feet don't move. 1, 2, this is just an option. Stand in your legs. 3, whether you're in bridge or wheel. 4, 5. Lower down. Hug your knees in. Roll up to seated. Extend the legs out in front of you. And then let's come into Padangusthasana, a little out of order, but just a nice forward fold for 3 breaths. Inhale and fold, exhale. 1, 2, and staying upright is always an option. 3. Rise up, inhale, exhale, release. Cross your ankles. Come onto your elbows, interlace your fingers and have the elbows a little more narrow than your shoulders. And you can check that by wrapping the fingers around the outside of the arms. Interlace the fingers and press, like kung fu press, the outer arm or the outer wrist down. Keep that inhale here. Make sure you don't have any barriers for that. Exhale, soften the upper back, lengthen the back of the neck, and either stay here or lift the hips and the knees, maybe walk the feet in, drop the head, maybe you just lightly touch the head off the floor or to the floor. 5 breaths. 1, 2, push down through the wrists. 3, 4, sitting bones as high as you can get them. 5. Lower down, slide the forehead skin back on the mat as you drop the hips into child's pose. Take a big, slow breath. And let it go. Curl up to seated. Find a cross-legged position that's comfortable. It could be full lotus, half lotus. You could cross the shins. Something that's sustainable. Take your thumb and index finger into Jnana Mudra and turn your palms up. The other 3 fingers of each hand lightly open. Your gaze is towards your third eye. 1, 2, 3. Final breath here. 3. Gently open your eyes, unwrap yourself, lie on your back for Shavasana. Resting in Shavasana, letting go of the practice. And since this is a shorter practice, we have a little bit of a shorter Shavasana. We're already right about half an hour. So give yourself the next minute to really dissolve completely all the effort, finding ease, relaxing the skin, the muscles, the bones, the organs. And if you have the time, stay for as long as you can. And if you're working inside of that 30-minute time frame, you'll start to deepen your breath and bend your knees. Roll to your side carefully. Keep your eyes closed and slowly rise up to seated. Bring your hands to your heart and bow in. May this practice strengthen, sustain, and nourish you on every level. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.